And we're live for probably one of the more important new moons of the entire year. Welcome into the Leo new moon ceremony here at Sage Goddess. Happy July 24th. I want to thank so many of you who sent in notes. One of my friends sent flowers today. It was a year ago today that I resigned from Sage Goddess. The day before my 13th anniversary with SG. And that actually was the hardest day of my professional life for sure. I mean, one of the harder days of my adult life, actually. It's really hard when you create something from your heart that truly is not just what you do, but who you are, and to walk away from it was agonizing last year today. I remember just getting into bed and just kind of wishing the rest of the day away. So to wake up this morning on purpose, with purpose, on a new moon in Leo, one of my friends just sent me a message a couple of minutes ago and was like, could this be any more perfect of a way to celebrate this year to a day? So anyway, cheers. I'm here. We are here doing what we love most with people we love the mostest. So we love you. Happy new moon in Leo. And I hope that my story is a reminder to you that anything's possible. And sometimes, the best is yet to come. And when we're in those hard moments, it can be hard to see it. The new moon, of course, reminds us, right? And it does. It reminds us that everything that's full will be empty, and everything that's empty will fill. It's a cosmic clean slate. This is when we make our sacred wishes, and it's in that darkness of the new moon, last night and tonight, is when we go inward, right? We really trust our intuition. And my intuition is strong. I know yours is too. So tonight's all about you. Tonight is what I call the dream maker moon, the star maker moon. So a new moon in Leo is always right ahead of, or right at the time of, the opening of the Lion's Gate portal, which is a period of time from the 28th of July, which is Monday, to the 8th of August. 8/8 is the height of the portal. My birthday on the 9th is the closing of the portal. And we'll talk about the opposition to Pluto in just a second too. Thank you for referencing it. It is significant for tonight. But I wanted to finish by saying that the new moon in Leo aligns with the Lion's Gate portal, which is the alignment between the star Sirius and the sun, and the sun in Leo in particular. So we've got sun in Leo, moon in Leo, and the Sirian portal about to open. And what does all that mean? So that Lion's Gate portal, that alignment between the sun and the star Sirius, which, remember, is the star that guided the Magi to Christ, right? It has many deep connections to Atlantis, to Egypt. For many of us, our past lives, and for some of us who have Egyptian lineage in this lifetime, right, we connect to it deeply. But even if you don't, what happens between the 7/8 and 8/8 window is that everything is accelerated. So if you can figure out sorry. I'm always telling people to shut their phones off. And then I had an important call from my daughter today, so I had my ringer on. But if you can align to the frequency of what you really want, and then hold that vibration as tightly as you can, meaning don't doubt it, don't second guess it, don't undermine it, don't sabotage it. From the 28th to the 8th, your chances of experiencing and receiving and manifesting what you want this year are exponentially higher. Okay? Now, the new moon in Leo today. Can you fast forward to the next track, just because it's got sort of a lot of... Yeah, I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. This is a fantastic playlist, and I love it, but it goes between these kind of like... I made it, but it's kind of crazy tracks sometimes. So the new moon today is opposing Pluto, right? The new moon is at 2 degrees Leo, which means it's opposing Pluto in Aquarius at 2 degrees. And Leo and Aquarius are opposite signs, and Pluto is the planet that represents everything under your hood, all the stuff you're repressing, denying, pushing away, not wanting to deal with. So there is this kind of this dance tonight. There's this alchemy between everything solar, like what we can see, what we can work with, what's known, and everything that is lunar, right? What's really operating our what program is operating our computer, and then Pluto, which is everything that you're not willing to look at, acknowledge, or deal with. And so what do we do with the new moon? I ask you this every month. I'm so glad you're here, by the way. This is a big one. And it's not my moon, but my sun is in Leo. And so anything Leo, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, always activates me too. We release energy, right? And we set intentions for what we want to create, manifest, expand, and begin. And so we're going to do both of those things tonight. I try to teach you to release to the element that the sign represents. And Leo, of course, is fire. Yeah, what do you have? Christy was born during a new moon, which I think is a lucky moon phase in general for your birth. And you can look up and see what moon phase was in place when you were born. And that's a whole rabbit hole that you can go down. Yep, so Leo moon for Sherry. Ruth's sun is 0 degrees of Leo. It's your moon, Mars in Leo, so you fight like a Leo. I think that's a whole other conversation, rabbit hole we can go down. So yeah, if your sun, moon, rising is in Leo, then tonight's going to have a special impact for you. So I want to begin the way we always begin. I do have lots of fun things to tell you about. We did make a new moon salt blend for you. I just made it today, and it's on our Athena's Lair Etsy page. And so Circe has the links to all of the fun products I'm going to be showing you because there's a lot of new stuff. The perfume I'm working with tonight, by the way, is called The Secret. And it's my newest abundance and manifestation blend that's also on the Athena's Lair Etsy page. It's got all of the money oils, including some I hadn't used before. I finally got my hands on pure apple oil. Apple really doesn't come as an oil. It's usually a fragrance oil, which doesn't have the same vibrational properties. And so I finally got real apple oil, and apples are very important for manifestation and magic and money in the Wiccan and pagan practices. So there's new ingredients in here that I've never worked with before, plus all the old favorites. So I'm going to be anointing with that. Whatever you choose to anoint with tonight, we're going to draw 8s on our arms. That's the infinity symbol, but also 8 in numerology is the number of total abundance. And this one is strong. I will tell you, you can smell the basil. You can smell, all of the intoxicating ingredients in this one. Like I said, it's got all the money oils in it, but you can also smell the apple. There's a sweetness to it. I think you're really going to enjoy. So I apply to my arms and hands for what I do to bless my actions. I apply a little bit to my third eye to bless my thoughts. And then I put a little bit on my feet. Just draw little 8s on your feet to bless my steps. And let me know what you're anointing with too. You're using guiding light. That would be a really good one for today. You will get it. Yeah, if you get it today, it'll come before the Lionsgate portal. And you kind of want that. I would, if I were you, I would get that before the now, so you can get it ahead of the Lionsgate. The other one, if you don't love mixed oil perfumes, you want something more simple, we did make a fresh batch of Vanilla Moon. There's not a lot of these left over at sagegoddess.com. We can link to that. And this is also a great one. This is a love manifestation blend because vanilla is an aphrodisiac, builds lust, desire, passion, and then patchouli is for manifestation. So those are all over there. Lots of good fun things for you. We also have, I'm going to use this tonight. We have our, we import incense from Greece over at the Lair. It's made on Mount Athos at the monastery. And we have the gold back in stock. And I thought that's the perfect incense to burn tonight. So I'm going to, actually, I don't know if I have charcoal. I should have checked before I may need a charcoal disc, Lee, for my incense burning pleasure. Yeah. Okay, so I will stand by for that. And then we have our new moon candles. We have a few dozen of these in stock also over at Athena's Lair, and that's the candle I'm using. So you don't have to go shopping now, but if you want those things, those are all in very limited, like couple dozen quantity available. So if you want those, happy shopping. Lots of sunstones for today. I like that. Oh, you're using Vanilla Moon tonight. Yay! It's one of my favorites. We make the vanilla at Sage Goddess. It's got the real beans in it, and it's aged, right? It's been sitting with us. We just kind of like add to it and keep aging it, and it's got aged patchouli. It's super sexy. You know me and patchouli. Patchouli is very Leo. You know, Leos like perfumes that are kind of intense because when we're in the room, we want you to know it. And I like the fact that I don't smell like anybody else. Like I just, you know, if somebody smells me, they smell me. It's not like it's something, some department store, something that can be easily purchased and worn by just anybody, you know? So I think it's really cool to alchemize your own scent combinations so that you're unforgettable, right? Okay, so I want to talk to you. I do have notes for tonight. I always have things I want to talk to you about. I want to do some work with you tonight, in addition to clearing some energy as we always do, and in addition to setting intentions. I want to do a little visualization exercise with you that I think you will enjoy. Let me get my lighter. Oh, that's great. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to just burn a little white sage for us. This is a piece of my dad's plant. So I'm burning this one real slow just because it's one that he planted for me. After I founded Sage Goddess 14 years ago, you know, my dad grew up farming, right? His parents had an olive orchard and had vineyards. They made wine. And so my dad just loves gardening and growing and planting, and thank you so much. So when I started working with white sage, my dad went on a mission to figure out how, because it's kind of hard to grow. And so he started cultivating it from seeds. And so I have a bunch of his seedlings at his house. He has a bunch of them that he planted in the ground, and they're huge. Like they're mature plants now, and it's absolutely beautiful. But it was cute. Like I didn't ask him to do it. It became a hobby for him of getting the seeds each year and figuring out how to propagate them. And so this is one branch of a plant from him. Sweet, isn't it? You know, I have a great picture somewhere of my dad watering all of the sage plants at Sage Goddess. He used to come every couple days, and he'd be out there with his watering can. I just love it. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you for tonight. This Pluto opposition is going to have you. How many of you feel like you're thinking and rethinking and going over things from the past, and did I do the right thing, and also thinking about the fact that here's the other way this could show up. You're not fully living into everything that you want. You may have some of the things that you want, but there's some of your needs and desires that aren't being fulfilled or acknowledged. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we can thank the astrology for that. So what I want to tell you, if you're feeling any of this, if this resonates with you, my guidance to you under this new moon is focus on the solution and not on the problem. So instead of ruminating, right, going back over and over and over what happened or what didn't happen, or, you know, focus instead on, so if we have a good plan going forward from here, it's going to look like this. And what I've been guiding my students to do all week in my classes is visualize a line down in front of you, just cast a line out. And to the left of that line, put all the problems. My teacher always says, life is about having 68 problems. You're always going to have problems. If you solve one of them, congratulations. Now you have 67 problems, but I guarantee you tomorrow there's going to be 2 more that come. So now you'll have 69, right? And then you'll lose one, you're back to 68. So 68 problems. Let's put all 68 of those, because that's just life, but to the left of the line. And then on the right side of the line, this is how you change your frequency. I want you to put everything that is a solution, right? Here's what we can do. Here's what we can build, create, expand, allow, that's going to bring us all the things that we desire, right? Because as long as those things are mingled and tangled, it's hard for you to see what's problem and what's solution. And it's easy for you to spiral down woulda, coulda, shoulda, and also to focus on what isn't working for you instead of really appreciating and attracting more of what is working for you. Okay. And good stones for this are our sunstone. I love sunstone for work like this because what it does is it pulls us into our higher frequency, the higher self, if you will, and it activates our deeper knowing about how to lead our lives in a good way. And eyelights, I'm also finding eyelight for me right now as a stone I love working with because it activates my deeper intuition and inner knowing. And it sort of helps me course correct, right? If I get down a spiral too, right? And it is just easy. And energetically, when we start spiraling down, have you noticed it's so easy to keep going and fall even deeper into that hole? And then it's harder to pull yourself out. And so the key is when you notice yourself starting to go down those tracks, pivot and say, okay, I'm going to take all of that. And instead of worrying about it, I'm just going to sit it over here to the left. I'm not trying to change it or fix it or remove it. I'm just saying, here it is, but you have to stay over here. And then again, bring your vision and attention to the solution. Imagine, here's some other tips for you. These are Leo new moon tips for how to work with this energy tonight. We Leos are very colorful folks. We can't help it, right? Like our hair is different colors, and we love color in our home. You're in my house, look around, right? I'm wearing sparkles on my face, and I just we love color. We live in color. We're very vibrant people. And we can't really hide that we're Leos. Sort of like you look up Leo in a dictionary and here's my picture, right? So imagine everything in your life in Technicolor. I know it sounds funny, but just give everything an extra dose of vibrancy. If you can physically create that in your space, be fun for you to set up an altar this weekend because we're between this new moon and that opening of the Lionsgate portal on Monday. I would love to see you set up a vibrancy altar. Something like pick out the most colorful stuff you have, a beautiful altar cover, a gorgeous candle, crystals in different colors. Let your intuition guide you. Maybe even do a little painting, paint something yourself and put it there and make everything vibrant, and let that be a place you go to remind yourself to live more boldly, right? Use the good china. Bust out your favorite, most beautiful clothing, right? Put on the good jewelry. This is life. This isn't a dress rehearsal. Wear the bright scarf, right? All the things right now. I actually literally have one of Yasmina's cashmere shawls. I was wearing it this morning, right? Like just big, bold, vibrant color is on the menu right now. Imagine everybody you love in perfect health. Imagine our planet in a perfect state of healing and peace. And try working with color magic this week. One of the things we do as energy workers is we work with color rays. So we visualize rays of light in a particular color. Green is healing, pink is love, blue is peace and relaxation, purple is meditation and connection with divine. So choose a color of a frequency that you want to connect with. Like let's say it's love. Visualize the person that you love and imagine a line of pink light between you, heart to heart. Or if someone you love is not in perfect health, imagine them in a bubble of green light. Send that to them. So all of those things are some good suggestions for ways to work with the vibrant energy of a Leo new moon. Of course, you can manifest under Mercury retrograde. Mercury governs communication. So, I'm not a big fan of signing important documents or making big important decisions under Mercury retrograde, but sometimes you have to, and you don't have a choice. Yellow light is power, solar plexus. That's also a great color rate to work with when you are trying to heal the digestive system. A lot of us have had digestive issues recently too, so you can visualize sending golden light to your own digestive system. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this new moon, do not shy away from this new moon for manifestation. And don't shy away from the Lionsgate portal just because Mercury is retrograde. I don't recommend that at all. Me personally, in my practice, we're doing all the things for the next 2 weeks. And your vibration and your intention and your focus really, really matter, right? And I think with Mercury retrograde, you can set the intention that your communications will be aligned. You can expect interruptions, but I definitely would not take this as a detour. I'm doubling down in my own practice. So big new beginnings right now. The mantras, the affirmations for this new moon are I am and I shine and I illuminate, right? Leos, we're very bold, we're confident. We just are. And we like to be center stage. We don't shy away from limelight, right? We love to communicate, express, interact with people. So even if you don't have any Leo in your chart, if those are energies where you're like, I need to be more visible. I need to be more, maybe you have a business, but you've been shy about going live or shy about being seen. Leo's going to pull you out of that shyness and tell you now is the time for you to step forward and take your rightful place. Leos, we also like to help other people succeed. So this is also a really perfect time for you to build anything you want to create around mentoring. If you want to be a teacher or a mentor, guide, a coach, this is a great time to initiate projects like that. Leos don't abide by the belief that if you succeed, I can't succeed. We think there's enough for everybody. So we actually really like to see other people succeed because it raises our frequency too. So it's a good time to support other people, whether just personally or professionally. Like I said, this new moon opposing Pluto and Aquarius, confronting and integrating aspects of yourselves. You got to deal with your old fears and wounds. And instead of letting those old mindsets and beliefs drive you, ask yourself instead, what really lights you up? When was the last time you were really happy? Like where you just felt the world is good right now. You know, we may be in some odd chaos as a collective, but when was the last time you really felt happy? I want you to just close your eyes for a second while I open our circle for us and light our candle. And I want you to see if your body can pull up a memory of what that moment felt like for you, or that day or that hour. Yeah. So what were you thinking at that time? Last time you felt really happy and content? What were you doing? What was the energy like? And take a big deep breath there and exhale and let your body, you know, we always want to connect the body and the mind because your body holds memories, right? And so when you can feel it, not just in your heart and not just see it in your mind, but when you can feel it in your body, that's how you know you're really in a place to manifest. When you have a somatic experience. So let your body really imagine all of your cells vibrating to the frequency of whatever that happiness was, whether it was with another person or maybe you were by yourself. What were you doing? Right? Does it seem like a long time ago? Christina's got Ian with her. I love when the little ones are there. Hi, Ian. Auntie Athena loves you. When you wrote your first fan fiction, that's so cool, Paulinette. When was that? Camping at Morro Bay last week for Lena. Morro Bay is so beautiful. Of course, that would be a happy moment for you. Ahe said, it's so simple. I was just eating a good meal. Then I was present. Then I was at peace. I love that too. He's talking to me too. Love you, Ian. Was it forever ago? Okay. But you know what? No matter how long ago it was, just tap back into that. I'm telling you, if you want to know what the secret is, and I'm being really as clear as I can be with you, the secret is we don't know how to find that frequency. Oh, it was so long ago. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I've never been happy. But I'm talking a simple one, right? When maybe you had a morning a couple of mornings ago, like I did, where it was just so beautiful outside. And it was like, this is it, right? This is peace. This is beauty. This is tranquility. It doesn't have to be that you were screaming and laughing or dancing on tables, but just a moment, right? When all was right with the world, and just ask your body to return to that energy for just a moment. And just sit there for a breath long, right? Just to be in that space, because what it does is it reawakens dormant memories. It really does. And your cells respond. Your central nervous system responds. All of a sudden, right, your sympathetic nervous system takes over, and you have this experience of just dropping into a deeper state of consciousness, and it's so important. So thank you for doing that with me for just a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to release, and we are going to release to fire tonight. I'm going to open our circle. Got my new moon drum. You're welcome to drum with me. I also have, I wanted to show this to you tomorrow during our rock talk. You know, Robin and I do our Friday afternoon sessions together. We have a limited number of these, and they're at a ridiculous price because they're 75% off. So you have that cool? Quartz harps. Thought you would like to see that, so I wanted to have it here for you. Comes in this. You could fit me in the case that it comes. If I really scrunched my little 5 foot tall self in there. Do you see it? Lee is pushing it out so you can see it. I literally am like, no, it's real big. Yeah. So I only have like 20 of them. So you have to, it's going to be right here on this YouTube channel tomorrow at 3:00. So just don't miss that. Okay. So before we release, I want to open the circle. I don't want to do ritual work outside of a circle. It's not good practice. I mailed myself to you. I'm so much trouble. You put me back in the mail with a return to sender. Aren't they rad? We made those. It says Sage got us sent it. I was really proud of that. It's the last of that. I think this is my favorite drum too. Mm-hmm. My drum maker outdid himself at this one. So calling into the guides and the guardians of the East, direction of new beginnings, element of air. We're calling in clarity tonight, pathway to dreams. Help us to see, rise above with this new cycle. Oh, I love me a new moon, don't you? No, you have to come to Rock Talk tomorrow. They will be on sg.com starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific time. But if you want to learn about it and watch us play it, you got to come. This drum is a big-ass drum. And then thanking the guides and guardians of the East for being here. Welcoming the guides and the guardians of the South, element of fire. Direction of passion, transformation, desire, under this big dark sky in Leo. Help us to turn inward now, guides and guardians of fire. Tend to the fire within. Help us cultivate our passion and desire. With that opposing Pluto, help us to pay attention to the desires that we are overlooking. What do we really want? Help us to understand tonight. They are here. And then welcoming the guides and guardians of the West, element of water, the mother, nurturing, compassion. In the West, we release and let go. Help us to release what isn't serving us tonight at this new moon so that we can be more present to what does need our attention. Help us to heal from the inside out. They are here. And then to the guides and the guardians of the North, element of earth, patience, perseverance, presence, divine support, direction of the grandparents. Help us to embody the things that we believe, the things we know. Help us to learn to appreciate this human experience, no matter how difficult and challenging it is sometimes. Help us to be here now. They are here. And all guardians from all gateways, the upper world, middle world, lower world, be with us now. Help to hold the edges of our circle while we do our sacred work at this new moon with gratitude. Together we say, Amen. Aho. So it is. No, there is no Sage Goddess app because it was wonky AF. So we said bye. Oh, I didn't use my matches. I thought you said you didn't use your magic. Like the hell I did it. I can't hear. Honestly, I really can't. It's genetic. It's okay. The problem is I hear what I want to hear. So I get like 2/3 of it and then I'm like, oh, whatever. My dad does the same thing. And I think it's cute because it's like, you didn't hear anything I just said, did you? But he's smiling. All right. Aho. It's a Leo thing. Everything's a Leo thing to a Leo. Okay. Now I'm going to, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to light my sage one more time. Actually, let's release to the candle flame. I like that. Let's do that. So, Leo's a fire sign, right? So when we have a earth sign new moon, it's kind of nice to release to earth. When we have a water sign new moon, it's nice to release to water. We've got fire tonight. It's all y'all fire, folks. What I want to do is set this here. And, candle gazing is a really potent form of magic. I don't know if the air is going to let you really see that flame as well as I want you to. It gets hot in here when I'm doing ceremony. So what I want you to do is watch the flame, find a point in it, and I want you to focus your thoughts right now on everything that you need to let go, everything you need to release. That can be people, places, things. That can be feelings, right? A lot of times, for me, it's usually feelings I need to release. So feelings of stress, feelings of anxiety, feelings of not being enough, feelings of, anything that is preventing you from living into Leo energy. So anything that's impacting your confidence. So that would probably be fear, insecurity, doubt, right? Leo just doesn't play with those things, right? So yeah, and there's a lot of anxiety right now. You're not alone. The solar flares and just the general tenor of energy in our field right now is really overwhelming. So letting go of anger is really important right now. Anger doesn't serve us, right? And then just a big deep breath there. And I want you to imagine, either pixelating those or turning those into, a black liquid, like a river flowing out of you into that flame, and then letting the flame release on your behalf, transmute on your behalf. Yeah, resentment's another one to let go of. Pride, it's all of these feelings of just anything that is preventing you, anything that is blocking your ability to embody the fullest expression of who and what you are and what you want to be. What is that for you right now? Hesitations. And there's a lot of things to let go. If you're trying to create something new and you're like, I keep hesitating, or I keep saying, oh, I'm not ready yet, when you are, right? So all of that, hesitation, fear, anxiety, disappointment, avoidance is another one. Yeah. A big one for me is other people's expectations. I can get wrapped up in that because I have Libra rising and a Leo moon or a Leo sun. So like focusing on what other people want versus what I want and need. I also have a Cancer South node that really messes with me. So procrastination is a big one. Mm-hmm. This is a good time too if it's like you're going through maybe the final stages of release of an old energy, like an old relationship or an old job or an old, part of your path, and you're ready to really move forward. This is a great night to do that because the fire energy will just help you burn through it and burn clean. So did you visualize it? Are you there? Put it in my wax, honey. That's good. So then what I'm going to do, I'll show you this. Because you want to release the energy from the candle too. So I'm going to burn a little bit more white sage. And I'm going to blow the candle out through the flame. I don't know if you caught that. And then just let the smoke flow into the candle, connect to the wax. That felt really good. I'm about to fumigate my whole my whole house. That was good, wasn't it? So that way the energy doesn't stay in the candle. It's good stuff. All right, now that we've done that important piece, if you're with me at all these ceremonies, there's certain consistencies in my practice. And one of them is I don't like to start calling stuff in while I'm still hanging on to stuff that isn't working for me. It's like trying to plant a new plant in a pot that has an old dead plant in it. Like, it just doesn't feel right to me. So what I want you to do now, this is really important tonight. Okay. So we're going to, part of my process right now, what I've been teaching and doing in my own work is slowing down, going slow to go fast, which is the opposite of who I am as a human being. So it's a practice for me, but I'm literally slowing everything down intentionally right now in my life. So I want to slow down right here with you. And I want to ask you to focus all of your energy and attention right now. So much sage smoke, but it smells so good in here. I want you to focus all of your energy and attention on, and I always like 3s. 3 things in your life that you would really like to grow, increase, expand. And you can keep them at the 30,000 foot level. So you can keep it high and broad. Like, I'd like to increase love. I'd like to increase wealth. I'd like to increase health. I'd like to increase, whatever, peace. Or you can go very granular and specific, which the universe responds to pretty nicely. So you can say, actually, I would like to have $10,000 to, put toward this, or I would like to have more free time in my schedule to spend time with my partners, or my children. I would like to go on a vacation to this place at this time, right? So we can get real granular, or we can stay really broad. And the universe, like I said, it will go with your flow. The more specific you are, the less room for ambiguity there is in the manifestation and expression of your desires. That's right. And so what we're trying to do, and Ellie said it beautifully, is we're trying to align with opportunities for those things to come into our lives. And as soon as we set and hold the frequency, that's what we do. We're telling the universe, basically, I want more of this. Everything that I'm intending right now and embodying right now and visualizing, I want to align with more of that. And putting it in the feed's nice, because then we can all send energy to you, right? You want to win the lottery? People do. There's other ways to win the lottery, by the way. Like, for me, winning the lottery is living into my purpose, and being able to express myself fully. I think I set off the fire alarm. Was that? Oh, it was an Amber Alert. Oh, no, that's not good. I thought it was the fire. It wouldn't be the first time. Do you remember? In San Francisco? It isn't. It's an Amber Alert. So let's send all the energy where it needs to go, which is not worrying about a fire from sage smoke, and focus on sending a big blessing to the alert that was just put out. Woohoo! I'm awake now. Are you? I don't think it's a sign, but we were paying attention. Yeah. Okay, so come back. We have very limited time together. Really got to do this work right now. Yeah, we heard you, universe. Okay, so welcoming it in. Again, 3 things. Maybe think about it this way. Let one be relationship or relational, right? Like, is there something that you really want to experience in love? Let one be money, right? Like, and when I say money, like whatever you need, right? If it's something for a new venture, a new home, or just more savings and stability or whatever it is. And then let the third one be something for you personally. It could be your health, beauty, you know, for me, this year has really been a journey to health and alignment, feeling good in my body, feeling strong, which I do, right? So, like, just all of those things. So, what do you want in relationship? What do you want in terms of abundance? And then what do you want that's something that's just for you? Yeah, and beauty through health, right? The healthier you are, the more vibrant you are, for sure, for sure. All right, you there? All right. So, my drum. Now I want you to ask yourself if all of that was happening for you right now, right? Whatever you want in love, whatever you want in health, whatever you want in terms of abundance, if all of that was happening right now, how would you feel? I mean, if you believe what I believe, it is happening right now. Because there's no time, there's no past, present, future. So when you have these things, even if it is technically in the future, it's also now, which is why we're able to imagine things, visualize them. How will you feel? If everything was as you wished it, Leo's good at this. This is why I'm pushing you, right? This is our area of expertise. How would you feel? I bet you'd get up in the morning excited. I bet you would. And you'd fall asleep at night feeling at peace, right? There'd be a pep in your step. There'd be a little bit of a racing heart, right? I want that for you. I want you to feel that and know it and walk it, I want you to embody it. I love that. Inner Spark said, aligned, sexy, abundant. I like it. There is nothing sexier than alignment. When you see someone and you're like, that person is sexy, they're aligned. And we're all drawn to it because it's ultimately what we're trying to create for ourselves. So when we see it in someone else, we're like, I want that. It's hot. It's magnetic. Okay, so now go there with me right now. Go to that place. Go to that peace and joy. Go to that simplicity, Kelly Taylor, that peace, that contentment, right? So walk in your flame, Sandra, and go there. Right now, in this circle, while we've raised the vibration, right? So go to the house of your dreams. Go there. Go to that massage. That's on my to-do list this weekend. Yeah. Go to that relaxed, calm, central nervous system place, Nita Bowman, that sovereignty. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Full exhale. And so to yourself quietly, or write it down or put it in the feed, I want you to use some I am, I have, I enjoy statements. I have abundance, I enjoy love and passion. I receive. I embody. This is big work right now that we're doing. This is everything that they teach you to do, but we're practicing it right now together. And look at the feed. So good. I'm successful. I'm relaxed. I'm cured. I'm sexy. I'm sacred. I'm enough. I'm expansion. I have abundance. I am unconditionally loved. I am holy. I'm relaxed. I'm healthy. like that. I'm receiving all of my wishes, right? I'm beautiful. I'm a warrior. I am sovereign. Do you realize that in our culture, when kids say stuff like this, adults will say, you know, when they're like, I'm beautiful and I'm this, and other kids and sometimes adults will say, you shouldn't say stuff like that. It's egotistical, right? So they stop doing it. But when we say it and we claim it, that's how we manifest it. And then we silence all of that in people. We have to recognize what we need to unlearn from some of these cultural norms that don't serve us. When little kids are like, I am cute. I'm always like, yes, you are. Say it again. Right? So cute. Kids are not shy. Then we get older and we're like, I shouldn't say that. People say, you're so beautiful. And you go, oh. It's like, you should be beautiful to you. You should say it out loud. We need to learn from little ones instead of silencing them. We have to normalize when people say, I feel really sexy today. It's like, yeah, good for you. Instead of being like, really? I love that so much. When your daughter was young, family friends said, aren't you pretty? And she said, yes. Is she a Leo? That's awesome. Self-appreciation is a practice for Leos. Love it. Mm-hmm. That's right. We got to get back to those dreams, the youthfulness in us. All right, Great Spirit, God, Goddess, and Source of all that is. On eagle's wings, we send these intentions to you. On behalf of the collective that I serve, I ask that all of their dreams, visions, and wishes come to pass in perfect time, full alignment with their vision for what their life can and should become. I ask that these manifestations happen in alignment with the highest good of all beings on this planet at this time and across all timelines and dimensions of reality. And since we know these blessings are already on their way, with gratitude, we say, Amen. Aho. And so it is. Cheers to that. That was good work on your behalf, on our behalf. It's good stuff. I love manifesting with you. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's all possible. For God's sake, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be sitting here. I swear to God. My life is such an odd example. I mean, it's not that every single thing I've ever wanted has happened exactly the way I wanted it to. That's not true, but I have seen what happens if I can just hold on, right? Just like have a vision and hold it. And I always tell you this, but the reason most people don't manifest is they're able to hold a vision for like a day, maybe a week. And then eventually they're like, I don't know, this is too much work, or I can't do this. Or your friends will say like, really, that's not realistic. Or your partner will be like, you shouldn't be spending so much time on that. And then all of a sudden it just like crumples, right? So I always say kind of keep a little bit of your magic close to your chest. You don't have to run around with a sandwich board telling everybody what you're doing. I mean, in high magic, we don't do that. We're pretty quiet. When I'm manifesting something big, I don't talk about it, because I don't want anybody's potential, doubts to mess with my groove. So I'll tell like the people I know who can do the work. And I'm fortunate to live amongst a lot of magicians who don't, bring that muggle buzzkill stuff to the table. But woo, yeah, it does. There's a reason why some of us are just kind of quiet about the big magic that we're working, right? And then, because here's the thing, the same people who will tell you, oh, that's not realistic and you shouldn't do that, and why would you want that? As soon as it happens, they're going to be like, and I tell you this all the time, they're going to go, oh, I always knew you were going to be successful. And it's like, really? So let them celebrate the success. Let them bypass the process, right? Which can look a little weird to them sometimes. You know how people are. And people are inherently jealous too, right? Like if you talk to them about what you're doing and you're excited about it and they don't have as much going on, they can be kind of shitty about it. So yeah. Okay. So before I release the circle, anything else that you're feeling that you want to feel into? I thought I would pull a card for the collective from this deck. I don't know the name of the deck. Sorry. But it's a really nice deck, and it's an action deck. It gives you things to do. So, and in the after party tonight, I'm going to pull more cards from this deck for the members of our group. So, Circe, who's our moderator for this evening, and thank you so much for that, and for your sweet message today, which totally made my day. Has the link if you want to join us from 6:30 to 7:30. I do a new moon after party. It's kind of like the extended dance remix of this ceremony, so would love to have you there. And if you want card readings, we'll do those there for you. But I wanted to pull a collective card for all of us today. What's an action step? So here's the question while we're in the circle. What's something that we as the collective can do to really embody this Leo energy, to really step into the fullness of our expression and do that boldly and without hesitation and fear? So what do we need to do? Let's see what the cards have to say. This is funny in light of what just happened. It says, beep, buzz, bring awareness to your day. Every time you hear a beep or a buzz from your phone or your computer, take a conscious breath. I want to pull one more, but that's really funny because we totally did that. Like wherever we were flying, when that notification came across the phone in here, we were jolted back into our body, right? Brought us back to awareness and attention. I know. What a card, right? Okay, what else? What's our other sacred step? What do we need to do? I like this too. This is very Leo. Leos don't have, Libra has the best smile in the zodiac. It's really true. But Leos are usually smiling. We're sunny because we're ruled by the sun. So we tend to have a sunny disposition. We tend to be the sunshine in the room. Smile. Smile at someone. Look at them in the eye and see an amazing human creation. Miracles are everywhere in the form of you and every person you meet. I will say, I think there's a reason we were given human expressions. And I do think sometimes it is as simple as coming into your body, smiling, right? Smiling does raise your vibration. There's certain things it's hard to feel when you're smiling. Eye contact, which is intoxicating to me, right? For me, seduction happens with the eyes, because that's how you recognize your soul mates, right? The people you've known in other lifetimes, it's in the eyes, and it's intoxicating. So if you, that's good medicine for us. Connect with the eyes, smile, make contact with other people, bring your awareness to your breath, right? Especially when things outside of you are clearly trying to get your attention. I like that for us too. Yeah, I know. And so many of us, Hillary was saying she recognizes my eyes. So many of you who I've had the pleasure of meeting in person, that's a lot of you over these 14 years. Sage Goddess turns 14 tomorrow. It's almost, sometimes it's like we're talking and we're looking at each other, and then it's like, I don't even know what you said. Because my eyes just get lost in your eyes, and it's like, doesn't even matter what you're saying, It's in the eyes. So thank you for your good anniversary wishes. We're sending free gifts with every order right now from sagegoddess.com to celebrate the 14th anniversary, and good gifts, not shitty gifts. We're sending jewelry and free perfume and all kinds of things. So make sure you visit sagegoddess.com. And we have special anniversary products launching tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then a whole slew of brand new things at Rock Talk tomorrow, some of which I sourced directly myself, these gorgeous quartz rose lamps and all kinds of beautiful things. So come celebrate with us tomorrow. Okay, so let's release the guides and guardians. That was a fast hour. I'm so glad you were here. Diet Coke, cheers to you. Thank you for loving my baby. I always say Sage Goddess is my youngest child. I wanted to have a third baby. And if I had a third baby, he or she would be about 14 years old. So because I couldn't have a third baby physically, I birthed SG. So I do think of SG as my third child. And thank you for loving her for all these years as much as I love her. Because I think of Sage Goddess as ours. I really do. It's not mine, it's ours. And it wouldn't be here without you, truly. And I wouldn't want to do it without you. So, I mean, that's no fun. So thank you for making it as fun as you have all these years. I love you for it. So happy to be back as her mom and her single parent. It's the best thing ever. So thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of all the directions, thanking and releasing the vertical guardians, lower world, middle world, and upper world, connecting us across all gateways, timelines, and dimensions. Thank you for attending our circle this evening. We release you with gratitude. Thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the north, element of earth, thanking them for their steady guidance and grounding and giving us the gift of persistence, perseverance. We release you with gratitude. Thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the west, thanking them for their nurturing, healing, abundance, tenderness, compassion. Thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the south for connecting us with our desire, passion, transformation, rebirth energies. And then thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the east. New beginnings all the way through. And yes, happy birthday to all of us. I will be having a birthday before I see you for the next new moon. So all of your Leos in your life are getting ready to, they either have just celebrated themselves briefly. We've just moved into Leo season, or they will before the 20th of August. So cheers and happy birthday to all of my Leos. I think you make the world a more beautiful, colorful, exciting place to be. Happy birthday. I love Leo season too. All season long. Enjoy all the fire we bring. Then it'll be Virgo season and we'll get grounded. But at least it's not Cancer season anymore and we're not crying. Cheers to that. You know, I tease, but I love all the signs. They all bring their magic. My Venus is in Virgo, so the way I love is Virgo. All right, you guys, love you. I'll see you. So I'll see you in half an hour at the after party if you're in Wax Wane. And like I said, you're welcome to join us anytime. That class is really fun. The month starts every month with an astrological overview. And then we go into the new moon after party, the full moon after party. And then we have a couple of we do high holidays together. So would love to have you there. And then if you're not coming to all of those things, please visit sagegoddess.com. I do want to tell you, again, 2 of my favorite perfumes, Sacred Sandalwood and Vanilla Moon. The purest, most beautiful forms of sandalwood, patchouli, and vanilla are at sagegoddess.com, 75% off with code MAGIC75, but it's like the last few dozen bottles. So if you want those, you need to run to sagegoddess.com. And then if you want the secret perfume for manifestation or the new moon salts, those are over on the Lair Etsy page. And Circe is putting up all the links for you. But those are the things I would focus on if I were you, because those are things that are limited and only in stock for a limited time. Our new store is in Torrance, and we will be open in a limited way to the public at some point. We're not there yet. We're still unpacking. So, but as soon as we are open for any of that, I will absolutely let you know. It'll be so nice to have you come and see our new space. We're in love with it. It's really, really cute. So cheers. Have a great night. I'll see you in the after party, everybody. Happy new moon. Make moon water tonight. New moon water is really potent for visioning. Really potent. You can keep a little bottle on your altar and, charge and activate your third eye with it. That's powerful to do. So anything you want to do moon ceremony wise, we have no eclipse activity. Have at it. I'll see you soon.